call the meeting to order.
Okay, I'm thinking.
Reading of the minutes, or old business, which is reading of the minutes.
Yeah, we've got 2 months worth. We have February, we have January and February.
Right.
So if you're good with them,
I know I've seen January's, let me see. I think I've seen these two. Yes. I am fine. All in favor of accepting the minutes?
I'm good with that.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, and we're up to old business.
All right, we talked about legislation, and there were a few things on there. I don't know that there's a couple of things. The municipal was tabled. I think it died,
Okay.
where they were going to talk about moving municipal elections to even numbered years. I confirmed that with Mayor Kathy Kirkpatrick earlier today. I couldn't find a definitive answer, and she had talked to somebody and knew that it kind of died.
It died. Okay.
One of the others was there was a bill, and I don't remember the number offhand, but about straight party voting. They have, the way I read it, and everybody tells me I'm right, that I've asked about it, we will add the at-large positions back into straight party voting. The only caveat to that is if somebody inadvertently votes, like if there's 3 council positions and somebody votes for 4 people, then those votes will not count.
So it's the same as it always has.
Yeah. The one that caused quite a bit of controversy was Senate Bill or House Bill 1359. I think I got a Senate bill here, but it's House Bill 1359. Ballot scanning for those counties that don't have basically microvote machines where they have to scan their early voting and all those things, the absentees, like on the Monday before election and all that, like a lot of places do. That was a clerk's bill that everybody thought was going to pass. At the very last minute, on the 16th of February, one of the last meetings they had, there was an amendment dropped in by committee to cut early voting to 16 days. And the bill then died because there was quite a bit of opposition to that.
Okay.
Even among some of the counties, Marion County for one, would have benefited greatly from the scanning because they have 130,000 something votes.
Right.
But they wanted the early voting more than they did that.
Then they did that.
And there were a couple of other counties, and that bill only reflected about 36 counties that would have benefited from it. A lot of those are like us; they don't have that many. It's a manageable number that they can run through and do.
Right.
So they preferred the early voting, but there was quite a bit of controversy with the way that was handled, the amendment being put in, and quite a few questions about that from some of the people that were on that committee.
Well, honestly, it wasn't good.
Well, I didn't like it because, I mean, the early voting is obviously very popular among voters
Yes, it is.
of both parties across all 92 counties. And but it died after that amendment was put in.
Okay.
So that's kind of where we're at on some of the legislation. There's a couple other things that are in there, but those are the kind of the high points. And we've already kind of reviewed some of the other election-related bills, but I think the big one is adding back the absentee, or not the absentees, but the at-large positions under straight party voting. So that kind of where we're at on that stuff. Under new business, we have our ballot proofs and stuff have all been turned in and done. We have our sample ballots back. I have not printed them yet. We have downloaded them from Microvote, and they are ready to download. We've got both our regular ballots and the absentee ballots, so we should be good. We have been in communication with Microvote today. Our proposed date to program our machines is
It's March 30th.
No, that's the.
Oh, that's the public test.
That's the public
I'm sorry.
test.
So
The
this
20,
is
the 25th is what he has proposed, but he's not, Al Vermillion, who I'm talking to. And Al, he said they were gonna make a swing south, and the 24th and 25th, that could change depending on some things.
just to program.
Yeah,
machines.
but as of right now, we're looking at the 25th to,
30th is public.
yeah, to program machines. We need to make some decisions with poll worker training dates, and I've got a sheet in here somewhere that's got that on it. We also need to look at a couple of other things. I've got proposed, and I think it's pretty consistent with what we've done in the past. Although I've got the, wow.
Is it in here? No, I don't have
It's
it.
this, you should have, have you
I don't
got that
have
one?
that, no.
You don't have that one? Look, is it not on?
Oh, it might be in here, I didn't think.
Yeah, look and see if it's in the, yeah, you should be in there, I hope.
Hang on. This is the machines of the 10, which I don't think we're gonna need all those. for
No.
primary.
There we
Okay,
go.
here we go.
Okay, well, we've got that box, and I've got a couple, I see a mistake in it already. Early voting begins April the 7th. I've got poll training April 28th, that should be March 28, 29, I think. And there's a calendar, there's a April and May calendar on the
No,
very
poll
back.
training's always in April.
Okay, that's right, it is.
It is.
That's
It's right before the election.
It's right
That's what I'm
before the
saying. There's no
election.
way we can have it that
That's right.
early.
Okay, I'm thinking,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's about right,
I'm-
because
I'm-
the election is on the
I'm
5th,
I'm
right?
overthinking it, yeah. So you've got a calendar there
Right,
that should have,
yeah. Yeah, that, and the 28th is going to be, is that when you're gonna bring the inspectors into the office?
we can do that, yes. We bring inspectors in one night and the others. That's worked pretty well, if you guys are okay with
Well, I
that.
know that at last time, yeah, I'm fine. At the last time you guys brought them in during the day,
Well,
or just they kind of made appointments and come in when
Yeah.
they could.
yeah.
Did that work out?
It worked out fine, but I mean, I just assume bring them in, one evening. We could bring them in on the 28th and everybody else on 29th. That kind of gives us a little smaller group to work with too.
Well, I didn't know if bringing them in, like, say by appointment, would
We
give you
could
more
do that.
one-on-one.
Well, we're probably gonna have one or two of them working early voting anyway.
Right,
So-
but I didn't know if it would be better, you think, for the inspectors to do it that way?
It's fine if we wanna do it that way. I'm
I
fine
don't
with that.
care. It's
Okay.
whatever easier for you and
All
Sandy.
right, so I'll talk to them and see what they want to do.
Okay, that's
And that'll
fine
work with
too.
me. Okay, so then do you want to do the other workers on the 28th or the 29th?
What's the
Does it matter?
28th?
28th's on a Tuesday.
29th's on
Yeah,
Wednesday.
you got.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Yep,
Are we sending their machines with them this time?
if they want to take them, we can do that.
Okay.
That's a little
and-
early.
Well, that's
mean,
what I was trying to get here.
I think most of them elected to wait and come back and get them.
On Saturday?
Yeah,
Okay,
and I
so
would
it
rather
really
do
isn't
that.
gonna matter.
I would rather do that.
Okay,
I
that's
think.
fine. I
I'd
just
rather
didn't know if
all
we
of
were
them.
gonna wait later and send them.
I don't like them being out of our.
Well, I don't
possession.
either, but, cause I
Okay.
think last time they picked them up on, even some of them on
So
Monday.
Sunday, we'll work with them however they want to do it. I'd just rather they not take them that early.
Right,
Me
okay.
personally, and it
So
sounds
which
like
day
you.
is better for you, doesn't
Well, I
matter?
think it works for you too. I mean, I'd just rather not have them out of our.
Oh, I
hands.
agree. I totally
Okay.
agree. I
All
just
right.
wanted to make it
So
easier
we'll
on
we'll
you.
set them up that they can come in and pick them up on Saturday or Sunday
Okay,
and.
so that would be
and
on
we'll
the
make-
second or the third.
Yeah, so.
Which day is better for you,
It
Tuesday or
don't matter,
Wednesday?
Tuesday or either day is fine. Or, I mean, I'd prefer keep it to one day and get them here and be done with it rather
Well,
than.
let's do the 28th on
Right,
Tuesday, because I think
works
people
for
have
me.
church on Wednesday.
Yeah, true.
And that will block a lot of them out
That'll
from
work.
wanting to come.
Training 6 o'clock
That's fine. Well, we'll meet at 5 and training at
and
6,
then we've got a
right?
meeting at 5. Okay, so we've got that part taken care of.
Okay, now, do we want to keep the meeting on the 7th or the 14th and, or just make the 28th our meeting?
The 14th of April, you mean?
Yes, our monthly.
Let's meet, and we can always cancel it if we get to the point we don't need it.
Okay,
But there may be something we need to act on or whatever. I'd
Okay,
rather-
that's fine.
Let's keep it on the calendar, and then if we have to, we'll look about the 7th or 8th, and if we can cancel it, we will.
okay, that's
Is that
fine.
okay?
That's fine.
Okay, so we got a meeting on the 14th, tentatively. The other early voting will start on April the 7th.
Right,
And what we've normally done is run that through Friday, which would be the 10th. Then the next week, we'd run April 13 through 17. The
okay.
20th through the 24th, 20th through the 25th.
25th, that's when we have.
Because that's the
two
first Saturday.
Saturdays.
Then we will do the 27th, 28th, 29th, 30th, 1st and 2nd.
First and second and noon.
Noon on
noon
the 4th.
Monday.
Noon on the 4th,
Okay,
right?
right,
Okay, so we're good on that. Those are all 8 to 4 because that's the same time that the clerk's office is open.
gotcha.
And we're gonna do it at Rio,
Okay.
okay?
Now, what are Santa Clauses?
And then Santa Claus, I would prefer if we can keep it, we vote the 25th at Santa Claus on a Saturday,
Okay,
come back and go Monday through Friday. Or actually, Monday through Saturday, do both Saturdays.
yeah, do both Saturdays.
That
and then
work?
just and yeah, so actually, Santa Claus,
And do the same thing, 8 to 4.
okay,
That way, there's no argument about our hours, they're all 8 to 4, we know that, anybody comes back and says, no, that's wrong. there's
then
like,
we
"No."
know it's no,
We know it's not.
that's
We're running the
exactly
same
what
way
it
we vote.
is, same as clerk's office.
Okay, so that'll do our early voting then.
Right,
Those are pretty simple. That's basically what we've done. We keep it the same way. Okay,
gotcha,
that work?
gotcha.
All right, we're good with that. Do we need to vote on that or anything?
If you want
We're
to,
not
just to see
shorting
if
it or
we're
anything.
covered, no, we're not, I
Okay.
think that's just a.
Well, I vote I make the motion, we do early voting at Rio, due to the fact that we cannot use this facility any longer.
Exactly.
We go to Rio from the 7th through the 10th, the 13th through the 17th, the 20th through the 25th, and then April 27th through May 2nd, and Monday, May 4th at noon for early voting at the the Ohio Township Trustee Office Fire Station.
Mm-hmm.
8 to 4, same hours as the clerk's office.
Mhm.
And we do Santa Claus starting on Saturday, April 25th, and then run it from April 27th through May 2nd, 8 to 4 also.
Gotcha. Second motion, all in favor?
Okay.
Aye.
Aye. So 2-0 on the.
Carried.
Yeah. Okay, that should
Okay, so
cover
that's
us on
taken
that.
care of, and then we've also got training on the 28th taken care
Training on 28th.
of. You're gonna check with the inspectors and see if they just wanna make,
Yeah, we'll give them
however you
some-
choose to do that, because I think it's better to have them separate.
We'll give them a little leeway.
We'll meet on the 5th, and we will tentatively meet on the 14th
Yeah.
unless something is not necessary needed.
Now, machine-wise, and we've got a list of machines, and we've got what we had kind of set up we wanted to do. We're midterm. I think 4 machines at Christie. I don't know that we're gonna need 5 at Dale. I mean, we've got a list there of what we got.
I
I don't think we'll need all that.
don't either.
And as a side note, as of right now, and you're not gonna believe this, I don't think, we have 2 absentee paper
And I think that's the
applications.
confusion from the
2.
TV.
Well, that's, I mean,
I
but that's,
really,
we've got 2,
2, wow.
yeah.
And you guys, that's not good for you guys.
Well,
You have a contested local race.
yeah, yeah. So that's. a-
Well, a couple, actually.
That indicates a very low voter turnout. And speaking of which, we have, somewhere in this mess, is a history of, I would assume that we will have over.
So say usually you do the histories. I would say it's not gonna be big. Now, November's gonna be another story, but I don't see.
Yeah, November might be.
I think this is gonna be a very boring,
Yeah, there's not.
very boring day.
Other than the auditor's race, that's the only,
Well, you've
And
got a
that's
trustee
where We've
board.
got a trustee board, there's a contested
Auditor.
race there, auditor and the Ohio Township trustee and a state delegate.
And a
So
state
we got about
delegate,
four.
okay, then all we have is a state rep seat.
But see, we only had in 22, there was 170 absentee mailed out. In 24, there were 220 in the primary.
I think that was a sheriff's race there
Yeah.
that was,
So, I don't think we're gonna hit those numbers.
I don't
We
think so.
may.
I
We may.
honestly, I would not anticipate,
We'll,
I may have this still.
we'll
I
see,
do, I
we'll
do.
see. We'll see what happens with it, but I mean,
I just don't-
we've got two,
don't.
and I mean, next Friday is the deadline to mail them out. So, I know, Sandy contacted you guys, we're bringing
Yes.
Kathy and
Yes,
Doris in
Do
on
whatever's best.
Thursday.
That's
That way,
fine.
if there's any glitches, we've still got till Friday to get them worked
To get 'em
out,
worked out.
and with only 2 ballots, we surely to God
Oh.
can get them mailed out.
I would think so.
So,
Maybe just get them prepared for what's ahead.
and then,
The way it's looking right now, we're only gonna need one team on Monday night.
yeah,
Besides
probably,
Jerry Ann and I, and then we're just gonna need our regular office work on Monday.
yeah, we should be.
I don't think we're gonna need any extra help on anything. We'll have to have, I wonder, it's probably gonna be even where we could pull our office help into central count and not even have to replace them.
Yeah.
Cause, I
I
mean,
mean, we'll know more as time goes on a little bit.
we'll
but
know
I
by the
just-
28th of April, but I
And-
just don't see it.
Well, I think we let the chairs know, or you guys know, and I know you guys do a lot anyway, but we let the chairs know plenty of time. I think we had till today
Mhm.
was the deadline, and then they've got to let us know by the 16th who they're nominating. And it's
Right.
supposed to be in writing, so if you give us something in writing, just so we got it for our records.
Well, which positions do you want in writing?
Well, what is it, central count teams, the absentee, the people.
You want
working
all
on-
of the
Yeah.
office work we never have.
Yeah, it's the absentee people, isn't it, that are working on the absentee stuff?
Yeah, it's mainly the ABS board,
I mean, if
which
we just-
is
if-
Kathy, and you know
You
that.
can, you can text me, email me, whatever, if you don't know them all right now, it's fine.
I
But
don't
that way
think
we've
we're
got
gonna
them and
need-
I'll put them in our records, so we got that covered. What do you wanna do on machine wise? Do you want me to go through and make some, or we've got midterm 4 at Christie, 5 at Dale, 4 at Fulda,
That's
4 at
crazy.
Grandview, we got 8 at Rio.
No,
We don't need a 6 at
No.
Rio?
I'd say, and I don't think you're gonna need those 5 at Dale
You
either.
know, go 4 there,
4 there. You gonna take it down to 6 at Rio?
that works for me.
Okay, what about Santa Claus?
Santa Claus has got 8, you wanna go 6 there?
No. Richland, I don't see the need for, but we'll see. I mean, do you think we can cut back farther in any of
We
the
probably could, I mean, 4 is not that bad, if we leave it at that, we know we're covered, I mean, and we can always have, I can go ahead and get some spares, and if we have to
Get a
send one,
couple,
we can.
yeah, get a couple programmed, and if not, Cassie can take them out in that evening.
And then we can go ahead and 4 at Santa Claus and 4 at the courthouse. Or it won't be the courthouse, I need to change that to Ohio Town.
Yeah, that'll be Ohio.
But that'll give them plenty, if they need them, they can have room to,
Yeah,
okay, so 4, 4, 4, 4, 6, 4, and 6. I think that'll be,
I think that's adequate, and I really think that's probably too much.
well, it probably is.
Now, what about,
I
iPads?
disagree.
Do you wanna leave them alone, or?
I think we've got one every place,
We've had more than one, what, Santa Claus,
yeah, I think we'll go ahead with our staffing with,
just leave it?
leave it the way it
Okay.
is. And we will send 2 iPads to Rio and Santa Claus. And the rest of it, we will send 1, and then we'll have backups for those. We can have that too if we need them.
Okay, because
So
I don't
we're-
think we have more than 2 anywhere else, do we?
No, everybody else is
Has got 1,
Yeah.
and Rio and Santa Claus at 2, with 2 clerks, and,
2 judges,
4
2
clerks,
clerks, that's basically a team.
right,
And then we've got 2 teams at Rio and Santa Claus.
okay. All right,
And
we'll leave
then
them alone.
we can plan on having absentee boards at the early voting, 2 people, 1 of each party,
Yep.
and I'd like to have a couple on backup.
Now, I have no idea who Dan wants for those. All I know right now is Kathy will be in here,
Okay,
and Dan usually takes care of the rest of that.
that's fine, we got time to do that. I mean, I know we had Bill Young and Rocky last year, and they were great.
I'm sure that's who it'll be this year
So,
too, but
we're good with that.
unless they've got
But
something
if
that's coming up.
something does happen, we're gonna be a little, here, we could pull a couple people. You know, we could pull Doris and Kathy and put them in here if we needed to do that. And we did that a couple times because they were available, but with us being out there,
It's gonna be hard to
it's
do.
gonna be harder to do.
But yeah, Dan usually handles all of
Okay.
that.
Okay.
What I handle in here is like with Kathy, I did back her back in, and central count and Monday night and election day.
And I'll figure out, I mean, I don't think it's gonna hurt to have some extra machines programmed. so,
Okay, yeah, it said on the bottom here we did 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did 4 spare machines, which probably isn't a bad idea,
No,
just in
no,
case they go
no, I
down.
don't think that's-
And then, like I said, Cassie can pull them right before we total, so
Yeah.
we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, we've got that down, that worked out pretty well. We, having those last year was a godsend, or 2 years ago was a godsend.
Oh, my Lord,
So,
when they had to crack that
we
one.
were at 4, at 16, 22, 26, 32, 40. We got about 20 machines to play with, or 10 or 15 anyway. This
Right.
time, may not have that
Right.
fall there, but we got enough to work with
I
this
don't,
time.
in the
so,
fall, we're gonna have to
Yeah.
go, I look for it to be a
Okay.
madhouse.
So that looks good to me. I mean, that should be enough. And if we've got the spares, or we need to send one to Rio or whatever we can.
Sounds good to me.
Okay?
Okay,
All right.
sounds good to
So
me.
that's gonna mean we need, well, it's right there in front of us. We need the inspector, 2 judges and 2 clerks at Christie, same thing at Dale, same thing at Fulda, same thing at Grandview, and then an inspector 4 and 4 at Rio, Richlands 2 and 2, and then 4 and 4 at Santa Claus. So 4, 6, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 judges and 18 clerks should be, and then whatever we need. There are counties in the state, which really surprised me because it's very explicit in the code. Early voting, you vote in front of an absentee board, and an absentee board even, I mean, I know you do the paper, but you also, that's what you use for early is an absentee board, which is 1 and 1. There's places that use an inspector, a judge, and a clerk.
We used to.
Yeah, and it's not, but that's not the way the code reads. It may have read that way then, it don't now. It's very explicit that it's an absentee board.
Mm.
So, and I think you've seen the thing I did with the survey on the counties about how many, and there's
Yes.
about 21 out of 34 counties I surveyed are voting more people early
Oh,
than they
then,
are on
yes.
election day.
And that's why I couldn't believe they were gonna cut the early vote days. That just was crazy.
I don't know, is there anything else? I mean,
I don't think so. I think we're fine. When do you want the names on the central count?
just
and-
whenever you can get them. I mean, we're supposed to have them in writing by the 16th, so, well, I mean, we're good on that. So just text them to me, give me what you got, we'll go from there.
'Cause
I
it's-
just want them so that I can check off a box and put them in the folder, and we say, yeah, we did what we're supposed to
Okay,
do.
well, I think on Dan, he'll have to get you the ones for the Santa Claus in here.
That's fine.
Kathy's the only one I'm sure of.
At some point, and I don't know how soon it's coming, and it may be as soon as this election, we're gonna wind up having some of our people that have worked falling off the list.
I see that coming
And I'm gonna be shocked if it don't.
because a lot of them are just getting too feeble.
Yeah.
And I hate that. Inspector wise, how are we looking?
I don't, we've got a couple that I'm not sure about. I mean, I don't know if they're gonna come back or not. They had indicated to me they probably would not. And,
Well, I know
don't
Mrs. Tooley said she didn't, that
Yes,
she
Lori
would.
won, so I don't know what they're planning on doing. I don't know. There's somebody else, I forget who that was. But I know I've talked to Tim Kelly, and he's good to go, says he is, so, yeah.
I'd hate to lose Tim.
Yeah, we'll see. I've got the, public notice on the test, or it's in the paper. That was taken care of. They'll run the next 2 of these.
I saw that,
paper.
yes.
So, and then I don't know, I mean, there's just stuff gonna start coming at us relatively quick,
Mhm.
so. We'll,
Do you think, now am I off on this, thinking that we can, it's gonna be slow enough that we can pull whoever's in the office to run Central County?
we should be able to.
I don't see why we would have to have that double covered,
I don't either.
because I think it's gonna be so boring that,
Well, I'm kind of stunned over 2 absentees.
well, I am too. But like I said, I wondered when they started running all that negative stuff on TV, how it was gonna work out.
There's, yeah, I mean, they may start coming out of the woodwork, but, you know, I think we should have enough leeway.
I think we would.
And I mean, if worse comes to worse, I could probably, a couple of my girls to come in and work for a while if we needed them.
Well, I mean, yeah,
Sheila, I think I'd probably call Sheila, either one of the Jessicas, and see if they would come in.
well, I say, the way I'm looking at it right now, Daryl, cause I'll pull Drew in for full-time in the office, I can just pull him to Central Count and the tables. I'm sure he'll be provisional too. And then Cassie will be on the computer that evening, and so it'll just be my machines is who I'd have to get. And usually that's a last minute thing because it's whoever's free
Yeah,
to put up the machines that night.
yeah.
It's usually John Bell if I can't, but he went full-time at the post office, so we'll see. But I think that I honestly don't see paying somebody to be in there just to be in there for
No.
nothing.
No, I mean, I agree. I mean, I think I mean, looking at the numbers, and you know that part of it way better than I do, but, you know, 200,
No.
we had about 800 the last time, and had 3 teams, didn't we?
Yes,
And we're gonna have, and it looks like we're probably figure on somewhere around 200.
even 200 we could do with one
300.
team. No, I don't think that's no big deal. I mean, we get that done pretty quick.
Okay.
So I think one team, we only did the 3 because we were sweating, not really knowing what the presidential turnout would be.
Yeah.
And I just don't see that for the primary. I think we could cover them with one person, we might as well just cover them and,
Yeah.
we will go, I just don't see any other reason to bring anybody in. If we have to at the last minute, I'll get somebody in here, but
And we'll find somebody like that.
I don't think that we're gonna have to.
I don't think we're gonna have to either. I think we'll be okay. I mean, I just, historically, with the numbers, we're looking at those numbers.
I honestly don't, I'm thinking it's gonna be lower than that, I really do.
The 200 or the 170 or whatever, the way it looks, I would say it is. Yeah.
Most of our people that are early voting are walking in.
Yeah.
I wish they'd separate that back out.
That's actually in the Indiana code. That's what it's supposed to be.
We always did it that way, and
Yeah.
now all of a sudden here,
Yeah.
we're piling it together,
Well,
and that's
It
just,
says that with any communication with the public or whatever, it's supposed to be broken down as early voting. So I've told several people that did not know that, and it's been that way since 22. And I keep a copy of the code handy, and I went in and highlighted it in red, and I'm hoping we can get them to start, because the other way is very misleading.
yeah, I believe it is too, because that to me that's walk-ins, that's not,
I think that.
that's usually how they had it divided. They had it paper, walk-ins,
Yeah.
and travel
And
board.
that's the
That's
way
exactly
it is
how it was.
broken down on the microvote. It's on the microvote sheet, it is that way. There is an option, I found out doing a survey on ESS, there is a form they can run that will break it down that way. A lot of those people didn't know that.
Oh, I bet
They're
not,
running
because
the
it
normal
wasn't when
form,
we
it's not
had
on there, but if you run this other version of the form, it breaks it
It
down.
does break it down.
Mhm.
But
So,
we hadn't had ESNS since 98.
Yeah,
I think it was
yeah,
98,
so.
so.
Okay, is there anything else? I mean,
I
think-
can't.
I don't know what, I'm probably overlooking something, but
I don't think so. I think we've got it all. Public test on the 30th. April 14th at 1 is, and that's the start.
Tentatively, they're gonna be here to program on the 25th,
Forgot that.
and we should have all of our machines, all the VV-pads should be prepped and ready to go. Sandy's got all the poll pads programmed and updated. and they're brand new. I hope we don't have any glitches with that part of it, shouldn't have. But they are all
They are all brand new, so we're,
yeah, we'll
that's
see
a
what
run.
develops with that. They sent us, I don't know, I think you've got, I think I put a copy of it in there already, but the D-Stop sent us a copy of all of our equipment, and we will go off of that randomly to pick the voting machines and what equipment we use. So,
yeah,
you got a copy, yeah, you got a copy.
I got it.
So there is a copy of that, just in case you wanna see it, it's just a bunch of numbers, but all it boils down to. And Microvolt will pick, you know, they'll go down every fifth machine or whatever.
and pick them randomly.
We'll about
for
3
test.
machines is all we'll have to do,
Yeah, so say, I don't think.
2 or 3
at
at
most.
most, yeah, so,
And they'll have it all set up and ready to go, it won't take no time.
yeah,
And if we need a quick meeting, we can do that,
yeah. So,
but I don't think, being that close, I can't see, I think we've got everything covered.
well, I think we do, but
I don't, nothing that I can think of.
I've been known to overlook stuff.
Well, yeah, we all,
But,
so
I
I
think
think we've
we're
got it
covered.
all pretty much.
and I'll get
We've
this,
done well.
I'll get this filled in with the dates, and I'll get, US Election Live, once I'll get tomorrow the early voting dates and times and get that to them, and they'll put it on there. They're working on some updating some things too. They've already got our locations on there. We'll have to change the early voting from here to Rio, but I'll get that
Right,
taken care of too. And, I'll get some contact information or QR code or whatever on that. so
On
they
that
do
for
too.
that,
Yeah.
okay.
It's
And
pretty handy.
as far as workers, I have not heard. I'm sure Dan will get a hold of me, but I have not heard anything.
I think that's, if you look down there, I think it's 18 judges, 18 clerks, 7 inspectors, and then whatever, you know, two teams,
clerks,
two
yeah.
teams for early voting with some people that can. if-
Right,
if
and that
you
is
get a
that
bind, we
Dan
need 'em.
usually,
Yeah,
I know, what did he sent me something this week. Oh, they're having precinct committeeman training. That's what he sent me,
okay.
which I think is actually a good idea.
Oh, it's a good idea,
Because they need to know what they're supposed to be doing.
yeah,
They're actually supposed to be getting their precinct boards, so,
yeah.
you know, that's what it said there.
I got a couple of handouts, thinking, you mentioned that, I got a couple of handouts at the conference. I was at Terre Haute for the Southern District Clerks Conference Monday and Tuesday.
Right.
And I got a couple of handouts, and I will get those to you guys, and I'll get them to Dan and John too. But it's got quite a bit of information in there about what to do to fill ballot vacancies and the deadlines and doing it and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay.
And I think most of you guys know it because you've been around long enough, but it's still handy to have it in front of you if you want to do a refresher or look at it or whatever.
Well, yeah, I like to keep it in the bag anyway, so I know where to
yeah.
go if I have questions.
Yeah, so but they did do a presentation on that, and I know we've got some positions that are open, I think. I don't think there's people,
I don't
I
remember.
may be wrong.
I don't think so. I think
I
everything's.
thought we had some township boards or something, maybe we don't. But anyway, there were a couple things in there that they talked about that they had a pretty nice presentation on. I mean, it's pretty simple and that, so, but I'll get those.
I know that they'll caucus in some.
Yeah, it's the.
I
yeah.
bet it was on that too.
It's on the
That's-
caucus, it is, it's on naming people, you know, like July the 3rd's a deadline, but the proper
Right.
procedures in 10 days before this and all of that.
Right.
And, you know, so it's got all that stuff in there. It's just nice, it's nice to have a hand copy.
It's nice to have it right in front of
Right
you
in front,
where you
all you gotta do is
can.
look at it there.
That's why I like the calendar though, really, because you can flip
Yeah.
it and see the
Yeah.
dates. But, yeah, I know that they'll caucus in some, but I have no
Yeah,
idea who.
I'm sure that's, yeah, I see that's gonna happen, so. Anything else?
I think you've covered
Get it?
everything. I think we're good.
Okay.
And like I said, if we don't need one of those meetings, just let us know. Well, you'll know more on the 30th.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything honestly to absentees. Wow, I'm just blown away.
If we meet on the 30th, if there's anything else, we can fill it in on the 30th, and then not, I mean, you know, we probably won't have to meet on the 14th.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter to me.
We'll see
Just
what
how
comes
you
up
wanna
between
do.
now and then.
You let me know how Jerry Ann is, please.
Yeah,
Is she, that's not good.
no, so.
That is
I don't know
not
if they
good.
wound up taking her. I talked to John, and I don't know if they wound up taking her. All right, we are done
Yes,
with the
we're done.
meeting? Okay.
Adjourned.